And what I found is if I did the exact same thing that I've done for the last 4 years, Real would pay me $20,000 more. If we were talking about a corporate job and I said I could get the raise of $20,000 for doing the exact same thing that I was doing, everybody in America would be like, fucking idiot, make the jump, right? Yeah. But even still.
Wandering waters carry me home through the hills and the valleys I roam, driftless region where time stands still. I follow your path wherever you will.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave Taylor and this is Driftless Real Estate Roundtable, and I'm hanging out today with
Abby Lose at the Lose team.
And Jason Hubbard with Real Broker.
And today we're actually talking about our brokerage, Real Broker, and we all recently made the jump over to them. We're going to talk about today what were some of those pain points that we had and why we really like Real, and see if it might be a good fit for you guys too. So Abby, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I can share a little bit about why we made the leap to Real.
Yeah.
I think the biggest piece for us personally, in Winona, we have a small team of agents that all made the leap together, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think if that wouldn't have happened, at least for me personally, that would have been difficult just because we were all at a previous brokerage, sort of made this decision together. And being able to have a team of like-minded agents in our area who know the market, who are actively working in the business. We're all producing agents at our office, so we all have a good understanding of what's going on. So to have those team meetings that we have to talk about the business, the struggles, all of that is hugely important to us. I think the other things that we really like about Real are the technology. I think they're really a technology business in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's so much that they offer. And for me, I can do a lot of my business from my phone. And as realtors, we're always in our car. We're driving to showings. We're eating in our business is our car. Sometimes.
Yep. Car and cell phone. Those are the two things I need.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to be able to do so much from my cell phone is huge. So let's say earnest money comes into my email. I can upload it to the brokerage in 2 seconds.
Yep.
And that is huge for me. So the technology, and then I think the elephant in the room is always the money piece of it.
Yep.
How are you going to earn money at a brokerage? And to me, their splits are very fair.
Yeah.
They reward hard work. So if you produce a certain amount throughout the year, they reward you in real stock.
Yep.
Which has been really great for us to be able to invest in other things and invest in our future, because as a realtor, that's another thing that isn't talked about a lot is retirement and what are you going to do 30 years down the road. And so to be able to invest in ourselves and our future with them is huge with Real. So
yeah, and I mean, you hit a ton of topics right there for me, and I mean, we could have a full conversation on all of them, but yeah, when I was looking at Real, the technology was a big part for me. It's a small thing, but when I have to take a commission check to an office and then wait for them to process it, or take a picture of it with my phone, like I do with all checks, and I get the money paid out in the next 2 to 3 days, I'm like, easy. Man, it's a small thing, but it's so easy. And then retirement. I heard so much about retiring during the introduction to Real that I was like, wait, why has no one else ever talked to me about retirement as a realtor, right? And it was shocking. And it was very much a culture shock to me of yeah, we should be talking about this and here are the ways that they can help plan for it. And it was really, I wasn't even something I was looking for, but it was something that really made a lot of sense to me. So I love the fact that you made that jump as a team. I am very much just a solo agent. And so having all of those extra people there as a community to make this leap is pretty impressive, let alone convincing how many people? 8, 9 people?
you were
10 that made the leap together.
And that made it a lot easier for everyone. We could bounce ideas off each other. I mean, it's a learning process.
Yep.
When you switch to a different brokerage too. So we were all bouncing ideas off each other, teaching each other things.
Yeah. Did you know you could do this? Did you know you could do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're still learning things because things are changing and evolving all the time.
Yeah.
Leo, the AI that Real has, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Ask
It's,
him a question and right there, you got it.
I will say, and I'm a big proponent of using AI, but being able to use Leo to ask the questions that I'm honestly too embarrassed to bug my boss about and be like, hey, Leo, I'm dumb. How do I do this? And they're like, yeah, no worries. Here you go. And like, here's a nice little thing. And it's the exact same question that I would have asked my brokerage supervisor, who then, our brokerage supervisors at Real are fantastic. Sona gets back to me. I mean, I am shocked at how much she gets back to me, but it's nice not to have to bug her. Like just to ask the AI gets it back to us, and it's specific to our brokerage. So like, it's got answers that are tied to what we're doing, not just the national norms.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you cut out the middleman in a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to ask the questions to your broker or anything. A lot of them can be answered through Leo, same with as you said. You don't have to go to an office to hand in a check to someone sitting at a front desk. You just upload it yourself.
Or scan it like,
Yeah.
at
Anything.
previous brokerage, we were always scanning.
You can do everything through that app.
Yep. Yeah, I've been really, really impressed with it. Jason, tell us about your story.
Basically, we all kind of just talk. A lot of the thing is we're kind of sick of paying monthly fees
Yep.
for things we don't use.
Yeah.
And the thing that I really love about Real is there is zero fees.
Yep.
No monthly fees. You don't pay anything to Real unless you sell something.
Yes.
I feel like that's the way it should be.
Yep.
So basically, we all kind of got together and explored some different brokerages, and Real checked all the boxes for all of us.
Yeah.
It was scary at first, kind of going into a cloud brokerage, basically.
Well, and Real's an unknown in our area. You guys were the first to make the jump. I was the second wave, essentially, that made this jump. But even when I talk to other people in the area, they're like, who's Real? It doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist in mass here, but across the nation, it's a big brokerage. And they offer a ton of benefits for making the jump over. Please keep going.
Basically, like I said, we all sat down together, went over pros and cons. A big thing that it was kind of scary, like the unknowns of support.
Yeah.
And the support is great.
Yep.
You can talk to anyone, you can talk to your broker on the phone. You can talk to them through chat. It's been great.
Yeah. Well, and we all talked about the AI, but I also mentioned my supervisor. When I reach out to her, she responds.
Yep.
And that is so nice. And like, I can't emphasize how much that takes a ton of weight off of me.
Yep.
Of like, man, I don't want to bug anybody. This is a really tough question. And we talked about it previously. You're always learning something new, and new situations pop up. A lot of it's the same, but there are new things that pop up. And having a real person that I can go talk to is just a huge benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the money, right? It's a big factor of why we all made the transition. For those that don't know, what Real does is it's 85-15 with a cap. What that means is when you hit a certain level of gross commission income, you no longer have any commission split. It goes to 100%, right? Now, when I was looking at Real, I did a comparison between my previous broker and Real. And what I found is if I did the exact same thing that I've done for the last 4 years, Real would pay me $20,000 more. If we were talking about a corporate job and I said I could get a raise of $20,000 for doing the exact same thing that I was doing, everybody in America would be like, fucking idiot, make the jump, right? Yeah. But even still, I was nervous. I was nervous all the way up until my previous broker. When I was getting ready to exit, they slid across a piece of paper that had a boilerplate paragraph about why most agents lose 25% of their commission going to the next brokerage. And it was just because switching names leads to people not wanting to work with you. And I was like, nope, I'm done. Thank you for making this last part easy for me,
I
right?
feel like a lot of brokerages say that too, and
Yeah.
the general public does not care who you're with. They're hiring you,
Yep.
not the brokerage.
I recently had a really good conversation with some other agents about personal branding versus brokerage branding. And yeah, what we came to as a consensus was the broker matters to the agent, us,
Yep.
and the personal branding matters to the clients, the buyers, and the sellers. And yeah, I love the fact that you guys are both nodding there. Like, yeah, and
Yeah.
it wasn't until one of the other people said that it really resonated with me. And so, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I would say, like, not to let fear get in the way of making more money.
Yeah.
Because I think
Correct.
fear, like, there's so many people, especially we're Midwestern and
Yep.
we're loyalists at the core.
Yep.
So it's like, I've been at this broker forever. I've had this person in my office forever. I've worked with this agent forever. It's holding you back. It's losing you money. You're not growing sometimes when you're a loyalist.
Yep.
It's good to be loyal. Like, as agents, that's one of our duties is to be loyal.
Yeah.
But also, sometimes you have to, selfishness isn't necessarily selfish when it's you're acting and moving forward in a way that benefits your clients too.
Yeah.
And we're accessing technology we didn't have before. And
Yep.
there's so much more that goes into that decision. So to not let fear hold you back and loyalty hold you back from moving forward
Yeah.
to that next step.
I love that you talk about that there's two pieces there, right? There is, how does this change affect you? Which the big part of it is makes your job easier. We already talked about there's a lot of convenience with it. And yes, we make more money, but we also are offering a better product to our clients. When we have less stress and more time, we can give more time and more effort to our clients. We can help more people.
Yeah.
And that is huge. It really is huge. When you were talking about loyalty, it made me think about something there of, there is a difference between being loyal and staying at a company that is negatively affecting you for decades and jumping from one brokerage to another brokerage every year because you just didn't like it over here, right? Those aren't the same thing.
Right.
And so if you are an intelligent, good realtor and you are making good progress every year and you're helping a ton of people and you haven't for yourself looked at another brokerage to at least do a comparison, right? And go, if I do exactly what I've done for the last few years and I could do this at this one, you're missing out.
Yep.
You're missing out and you're hurting your clients along the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Huge
know-
variance. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Jason has a really amazing spreadsheet that he's helped a few agents crunch those numbers because it's kind of like who can crunch those numbers for me.
Yep.
I know he's done it for a couple of people, and just to see the side by side of like, I know some agents that have wanted to throw up when they see the number
Yep.
differences.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I could have used that for advertising. I could have used that
Yep.
to help my clients with a really awesome marketing video that would have cost me more, but I would have had more money to do it.
Yep.
So just, yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say, is that it's very eye-opening when you look at the side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
A lot of agents, they're scared, and you talk to them and, they're unhappy sometimes, but they see those numbers, and like you said, it can be kind of scary.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and when we're actually looking at the math and we're doing the data, we're looking at the data, and yeah, okay, if I make the jump, I could, make an extra 2,000 or so. Yeah, okay, great, stay with your company. That doesn't make sense, right? But when we're talking a 20, 30% increase to your
most of the time
net
is.
commission,
Yeah.
right? The amount of money that you get to take home or put back into the business, it's a staggering amount. My previous brokerage did not offer cap. And when I hit cap for the first time in my entire real estate career in August this year, I was like, oh, this is what this feels like. Oh,
a
this
great
is
feeling.
this is very different. And sure enough, it allowed me to add and do a ton of extra stuff in my business to get ready for next year, which
It's hard. Like, we're in a hard business. You
Yep.
work hard for those earnings that you should be able to keep.
yeah.
Your hard-earned money, in my opinion. So,
Yeah. It's I'm right there with you.
yeah.
So, any other final words that you want to add to why somebody should join the Real Team?
I think the only thing that I didn't touch on was just not only support, like you were talking about, from supervisors and brokers,
Yep.
but also other agents, other teams. Like that was one of the things that helped us to jump personally, is we needed transaction coordination with the volume that we were doing at the time.
Yeah.
And Real doesn't necessarily offer that as a company, but there was a mega team that allowed us to tap into their resource temporarily until we could find our own. So just things like that, where there are those resources too to tap into, or knowledge, or same if you call a broker, or you could call another agent, and I know they would pick up the phone.
Yep.
And provide a resource and knowledge.
We're here sitting on a couch together.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's teamwork across the board. It's
Yep.
just not in your own office market center. You can reach out to anyone, and everyone's willing to have a conversation. And
That's cool.
Yep.
I'll piggyback on your transaction coordinator. What I did with the extra earnings this year was bring on a transaction coordinator. And again, freed up a lot of stress, freed up a lot of time, which I was able to put back into my business. And that's huge too.
Yep.
So, I'm a big fan of Real. I've been happy with this last year. I've had other brokerages approach me and see if I'm ready to make a jump. And honestly, no, I definitely see myself staying here for a long time.
it
Agreed.
has exceeded my expectations.
I agree. Exceed is a good word for it. Cool.
Yeah.
Everybody else? All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.